My name is Karina Esquivel. I am a dispatch assistant and I have been here for 3 years.
My name is Welton and I'm a dispatcher. I've been here for 1 year.
We come into work at 1900. We try to get here a little bit early to get any information that we may need from the prior team. We are here for 12 hours from 1900 to 700. If it's going to be a cold night, we need our sweaters, things of that nature. Should an emergency happen, we don't know how long we're going to stay that night, so we also want to come prepared. So as we come in, we'll grab our headsets. Again, we'll check in with the prior team to see if there's anything urgent or pending, if there was any major incidents that we need to be made aware of. Any informational calls that may be pertaining to different agencies that we also need to be aware of. When people call, we don't always know what agency they're going to get, and so we need to at least be aware of any major incidents happening within the county. And then we'll get our day started.
I'll come in and I'm going to be prepared for anything critical going on. If I'm walking into anything active, I need to be prepared to help out. If I need to take a call as soon as I log on, if there's anything that needs to be started or anything that needs to be handled, if a dispatcher is asking for help or if a call taker is asking for help and I'm available, then I'll go ahead and start that. I think that we work really well with one another. I think people that are here value each other and respect each other, and they understand how to help one another. The culture here is that we lean on one another because we understand that's how you're going to get the job done. You can't do it all by yourself.
So when the public calls, even though it's one person calling, it is a whole team that is handling that one call. Just because you hear my voice talking to you doesn't mean that Faith isn't dispatching it. It doesn't mean that another dispatcher is calling CHP or medical or any other agencies that may be needed for that event. Well, we do have an order in which we try to ask questions, and that is to better assist us and get the information out to our deputies in a timely manner. We will always ask you if you know who, what, where, when, and weapons, and these are just questions that help us, again, assess the situation, assess the scene as the deputies are arriving.
For certain things that we go through at work, we can't exactly explain it to every little thing to our family members, to our loved ones, because they're not there. They don't really understand. And
I think to some extent we also don't want to burden them with any of those tough calls or with any of the things that we hear. So it's so much easier to come to work and talk to my coworkers that experience the same things. And there are times where they have taken the same call, taken a different call, whatever it may be, but there's always somehow that we're going to be able to relate and find that connection to just help ease us out of that difficult call. Peer support is going to be a group of employees throughout our agency who have taken on
they volunteer themselves to assist with each other, one another within the department. I've gotten peer support myself with either it would be another dispatcher or a deputy.
We are here for 12 hours and we are here during the night. So there's long nights sometimes. During our breaks, I very much enjoy doing puzzles, and I force my team to join in on those puzzles during their breaks. It's just a way to pass the time and still keep us alert in a sense. And I also like to read.
I also like helping her accomplish her puzzles. I think it's necessary because you're not constantly thinking about the last call or the next call or the last transmission or what you need to do next, because you need to be able to take yourself out of it sometimes. This is our relaxation room / quiet room, and we come and we can take our breaks, our 15-minute breaks or 30-minute breaks in here. I usually like to sit on the chair over here or on the couch, and I will put my AirPods in and just have quiet time to myself and just have my eyes closed instead of looking at a screen.
I think especially after you take a hard call, it's a great place to just not be around the screens or around the people necessarily, and just have a place where you can go and be quiet and let it process. In the event that we take a really bad call, we can take a minute and take some time to let the call go, because sometimes they tend to linger.
I think it's important not to carry on onto the next person or the next caller that comes in, or when you're speaking to the deputies, to not have that reflect onto your tone, because they're also dealing with things. You know, they also went to that hard call. So I think it's important to make sure you're even keeled, or if you are calm, because they always say that we're the calm in the storm and the chaos. And so in order to keep that, you know, you need to take time for yourself. In order to continue to serve the public or serve the deputies, you need to be able to function yourself. 911 call takers and dispatchers are always here to answer your call. Whether it's a weekend, a holiday, and midnight, 2 a.m., we're 24/7, 365. There is not a day that goes by that you can't call 911 for your emergency.
I love that my job is consistently and inconsistent at the same time. Yes, we take the calls over, and sometimes they're the same, but they're never exactly the same.
I love having a job in my community. I love being representative of my community. I always wanted to have a job that is reflective of me. So I'm able to help people. I love helping people, and having a job that I can do that in day to day in some people's absolute worst time in their life. And you know, I love helping people.
In this job, it's really important that you are not a self-serving person just because we have to help. That's what we chose to do, and we enjoy doing it. We truly enjoy doing it. We like knowing that at the end of the day, we somehow contributed in making your day better.